while you're dating and as you are deciding whether or not you want to get married to a particular person, you're going to find out a lot of things that you like, that you love. You're going to find out some things that you don't particularly care for, but you can live with. And then all of a sudden, you are going to just run face first into this massive obstacle, and you're going to be like, what the hell? And that, my friend, is called a deal breaker. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Alex Blassingame. What is a deal breaker? A deal breaker is something in life that you can't deal with, that you just won't live with, something that's intolerable for you. It could be a situation, it could be a character trait, it could be a belief, it could be a thought, it could be some way somebody acts. You define what it is, but there's certain things, and I know in your brain right now, you do have certain things where you're like, I just won't deal with this. I need this situation to be a certain way. You could think of deal breakers on the face of them as black and white statements. I want to have kids. Deal breaker. You need to change your last name. Deal breaker. I want to go to church. I don't want to go to church. I want to live with my parents. I don't want to live in the same state as my parents. Things like this. Things that you're just dead set on or against. It doesn't mean that your partner doesn't meet these requirements, doesn't agree with you. These are just like checkpoints. These are things that they need to pass in order to move forward with you, in order for you to get married to them. So it's kind of like a video game. They have to pass the checkpoint to move forward. Otherwise, you run out of gas and the game stops. Before we get started on that, do me a quick favor. Click that like button, push the subscribe button, and the notification bell. It'll let you know when I add a new video to my playlist, and it'll help me out too. I really appreciate it. Sometimes your deal breakers will be specific to this person. You hate their friends, or they need to like your friends, or they have really, really bad morning breath, or they snort when they laugh. I mean, who knows? You just decide what it is. You get to decide what these deal breakers are for yourself. So look down honestly in yourself and decide what it is that you can and cannot live with and be happy. What do you do when you find a deal breaker? Well, I have a whole separate video of that. It's called How to Deal with Deal Breakers. It breaks it down into a very simple process because you don't want to just throw the baby out with the bathwater. If your boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't check one of these deal breaker boxes, you just don't want to cut it off. You want to talk about it. You want to see if you can work around it. Sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. Check out my video, How to Deal with Deal Breakers, for more information on that. Right now, and as you proceed through this process that we're going through to decide if you want to marry this particular person, I just want you to pay attention and perhaps jot down what these deal breakers are. If you have some right now, if there's some you can think of, write them down. Then remember that you need to be honest with your partner about it. Check out my video on the necessity for being honest with your partner at all times, but certainly during this decision-making process, because if you have these deal breakers and you can't honestly communicate them to your boyfriend or girlfriend, then how are you ever going to figure this out? Are you just going to go around being upset your entire life? Are you just going to call off your marriage because you have some perceived violation of a deal breaker on the part of your boyfriend or girlfriend that you didn't even talk to them about? I mean, that's not a way to be an adult, and that's not a way to solve your problems. So right now, just think about what your deal breakers are. And also keep this in mind. The more deal breakers you have, the harder it's going to be to find someone who fits all of your little criteria. So when you find a deal breaker, sit down and think, is this really a deal breaker, or is this something that I can live with? They check 99 out of 100 boxes, and they don't check this one box. Let's really focus on this one box. All right, maybe we can get past this or not. You need to decide. I won't live with this. Just won't do it. Figure out what your deal breakers are. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Find me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Visit my website, alexblassingame.com. Thanks for watching. There'll be more. You make me smile. I just see like your little happy, smiley, squinty eyes like right over the edge of the camera in my peripheral vision. What is she juggling about?